Evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently July 12th, 2010, and after a long hiatus of 3 days, I am back and ready to roll. It is currently day 9 daily number 153, and I'm delighted to bring you a fancy, suave, cute, nice, compact little game between the wonderful European players, Marrow and Socke. But of course, I have all sorts of announcements, so much so that I used a list. I used the wonderful analog technology of pencil and paper. So who do I need to thank today? All sorts of cool stuff happened. Just want to let you know I was in Maryland on a good old trip-a-roo-ha. And, okay, interesting thing happened. I got to listen to the radio for the first time ever. I don't know if you have heard Alejandro by Lady Gaga, but that song is perfect. So you should definitely check that one out. Wow, I had no idea that music was so awesome these days. Well, of course, the most exciting news of all time is that I am hosting a 12-hour countdown broadcast party, broadcast live from Harvey Mudd College on July 26th. It's going to count down to the kickoff of the beta. We have every single major community and personality contributing content. Team Liquid, Ghosted Gamers, HE Starcraft, Husky Starcraft, Tasteless, my brother, Artosis, my brother's good old buddy out there in Korea. Like, you need to know who Artosis is. Everyone knows that. Some of the fine folks, JP from MLG going to be helping out. We have Icy Cup, Fragster. I mean, we have tons of parties involved. Sorry for the ones I didn't mention. There's a lot. But everyone's contributing fun video content. At the venue, we're going to have like food, board games, and Street Fighter 4 and LAN area set up. It's going to be sweet, and you should all definitely come. And you can get tickets for the live event at day9tv.eventbrite.tv. And the Bright is spelled BRITE.com. But if you can't come, you can watch it for free, 100%, on this stream that you're watching, ustream.tv/day9tv or www.day9.tv. Tell everyone you know, tell everybody! Oh my god, it's going to be unbelievably epic. There's a Facebook group about it too that you should definitely check out and invite tons of people to. It's actually really awesome, because in some of my past casts I've been telling people to do that, and one person did what I did, which is to invite every single person on their friends list, whether they play Starcraft or not. And this girl posts there, she's like, what did I just get invited to? Seriously, what is this shit? And I just posted like, oh, Mary, we'd love it if you came. Oh, God, we can't wait. Oh, we seriously really want you to come. And like 2 other people just like hopped on the bandwagon, like, please come. Neither of them were friends with her. It was totally awesome. Crowdsourcing, man, that's how we get people to come. And of course, big thanks to this event goes to Bernard from Barcelona, who is amazing and has done some of the most amazing artwork, such as this banner that you see every day was done by him. So he is just the sickest baller in the universe. He is contributing to the event. And of course, another fine gentleman named Joshua Clay is also helping out. And I am determined to make him win the Dominion propaganda contest. For any of you who don't know about this, Blizzard is having this propaganda poster thingarooha where you make a nice little bit of art, and people get on and vote for what art they like the most, their favorite propaganda piece, and then whoever gets the most votes wins. But on the voting page, some people get put on page 1, and Josh got put on page 18, so he's not getting the votes that he so rightfully deserves. He's page 1, guys. Completely unfair. So go to the Dominion contest, look up J. Clay Art and his sick-ass Hydralisk that says join the swarm. Oh, should vote for it. And the best part is, it's actually good, because I like to plug things that my friends do from time to time. But he's actually outrageously talented, and he's just the best artist around. So just, vote for him. So that definitely makes my job easier. I don't have to be here just like, vote for his art, and then just don't ever mention it again to me. But fortunately, Josh Clay, you are too accommodating for me. So, now that I have my new haircut, I'm just going to throw my writing utensils around. We're going to jump right into some sweet action. The beta is up. I haven't even got a chance to play. I've updated the patch, so I know that I now can play on the internets. Some cool interface updates happened most recently in the patch, and since we've had a pretty long intro today, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. We've already spent upwards of 4 minutes. Oh, my goodness. Oh. But, of course, this game is from Attack's Socke. Socke, of course, extraordinarily strong German player right here, spawning in the top right. We have Marrow, who I believe is Swedish, spawning in the bottom left as the Terran pieces. We're just going to take the opportunity to do a good old nice, healthy, fun, happy time analysis. And, of course, everyone wishing each other good luck. and Good Game and this sort of stuff. On Blistering Sands, a map I like quite a bit. This is from the Zotac Cup finals, if any of you are curious of where to get these replays. We do have Blistering Sands, a lovely Protoss versus Terran action about to come up. Now, there have been some changes that are notable to Protoss, such as the Zealot time being extended just a little bit, and this art is slightly revamped. Most notably, these crystals kind of glow, and they're a little bit darker than before, a little bit more purplish, but nothing too terribly game-breakingly, mind-bendingly horrific stuff going on. Marrow's pretty much just going to be building up. Ooh, already doing some nice little scouting action. And you know, this is one thing I love about Marrow's play. Very, very regular about making sure to check around his base for any sort of little aggression, sneaky stuff going on. And by the way, I'm noticing already that the P key functions. And Control S still works. That's great. But you can like pause and unpause just by hitting P. In the previous versions, you used to not be able to do that. And it was a little bit annoying. But either way, I'm not the biggest fan of this placement. I kind of prefer, at the very least, having the supply depot participate in this wall-in with the barracks. Or at least participate in some little connection here. Even if you build the depot right there, then you can do a little bit of micro against Zealots. Even though it rarely happens, it still does happen. And of course, the probe harass from Socke. Probes really are the strongest workers in Starcraft 2, just because of their ability to heal shields. I mean, look at the shields on this probe. Look how fast it just pops right back up to max. So, Socke doing his usual play, and by his usual play, I mean exactly what every single Protoss player does on the planet, getting the gateway and the gas, and getting ready to build the cybernetics core right away. All that chrono boost being spent on the probes, and look at that Ihan timing right there with the cybernetics core, right as that gateway finishes, waits a little while, gets distracted, and then he builds the cybernetics core. It should have been going down a little bit earlier, but more or less what you want to be doing. And it looks like Marrow getting a tech lab right off the bat. I think I saw a Marine building out of that initially. I mean, that's always a reasonable choice to do, especially on a map like Blistering Sands, where these probes are so likely to be able to scout everything you're doing for very, very long periods of time. So really like getting a Marine out, or just doing some of these straight Marauder attacks. It looks like Marrow hasn't quite done anything yet. It looks like he is scouting into the opponent's base. Oh yeah, and this is a popular choice that I'm increasingly starting to advocate a lot that players begin doing, which is to just make a Zealot while the Cybernetics core is building. Now, Reapers did have a little bit of an increase on the build time. I don't know if you can quite clearly see that on the stream, but it says 45-second build time. It used to be 40. So Reapers do take quite a long time to build. But even so, you can squeeze out a Zealot while the Cybernetics core is making, and this Zealot and this Stalker in combination are so good early on. It does cut into your ability to make a tech structure right away, but you do get the ability to be aggressive. You can chrono boost the Stalker, kill off the SCV, and then you can be in good shape to do a little bit of counter pushing. Second gateway going down. Always love 2 gateway openings against Terran. Looks like Marrow's just doing the usual build up some Marauders first. This guy is still alive. Marrow literally is never going to kill that probe. There goes the Marauder huffing and puffing his way over. Concussive Shell coming out really fast. Ooh, some nice art revamp going on there. Probe still managing to scout in here. And, you know, this is something that you'll see a lot of just the way the matchups behave, where players will be sitting on one unit-producing structure, and then once they kill this probe, they sprint forward. So for instance, Socke was sticking with just one gateway, and right as he killed the SCV, he's going to sprint forward by getting this warp gate and getting this gateway up very quickly. And likewise, we're going to see Marrow. He has this Marauder. It looks like he's finally going to be able to kill off this probe. Going to be able to get to his front. And then here comes Marrow, throwing down 2 racks. Very difficult to know exactly what Marrow's up to. He could be doing a 2 Marauder early expand. Very typical. He could be going 2 Marauder into 1 barracks. You know, just trying to be a little bit aggressive. He could be doing this stuff to have a super aggressive mid-game. But either way, Socke is doing the very typical 3 warp gate build. Always love this. This should be your bread and butter in every matchup. If you're a Protoss player who's struggling, you can just go 3 warp gate and apply pressure, and you will notice just a world of opportunities being opened at your fingertips. And speaking of things being at your fingertips, I have some delicious water. It's good to be back casting. And let us return to the game. Just wanted to celebrate a little bit. Just thought you guys would enjoy seeing me drink So this is a typical transition we're starting to see players make a little bit more often, which is to get some Marauders, then immediately begin making Marines so we can spend gas on things like Stim Pack. I do think Marrow could have cut one of these refineries, because look at how high his gas is. Really not going to be spending that gas anytime soon. Socke getting, a Stargate. Now, this is the sort of thing that I simultaneously get all excited, but then I also kind of get this kind of leery feeling, because so often, I think especially with Protoss of all the races, it's very easy to try to get everything, because you just sort of clearly can make use of any unit in any situation. I mean, if you look at any of the battles you'd had with Protoss, you could say, 2 Phoenixes probably would have helped here. Oh, maybe if I got a Void Ray, I could have killed that tank a little faster. Or maybe he has all Marauders and a Void Ray would have annihilated his whole army. All that sort of stuff. But I think it's kind of important to focus a little bit more, to have a nice